could just transfer money from my personal checking to my business checking. And there should be a transaction limit in my business.
Just to prove to you I actually got the payment. Everyone on the internet is a closer now. Everyone's got a screenshot. Everyone's got a Slack payment. Everyone's got some random $10,000 payment they got in a month and claim it's a weekly payment. Everyone's got results. And nearly every single sales guru is going to show you the easy wins, epic high fives, the ending of the call where the person was just to lay down and they claimed that they closed them and they helped them and this prospect was so hard. Everybody claims that, and everyone shows you the smooth close, but they don't show you the actual trenches, the people who are unsure, the people who needed the actual help for clarity and conviction. They don't show that because they can't demonstrate it. They also show the prospect who was actually pre-sold from the VSL, who was keen as hell, and then they claim that they helped them on board and they did all the fighting, right? But let me ask you something. If your sales calls feel like battles, are you really closing, or are you just bullying people because you don't know what to do, you don't know how to help them, and quite frankly, you're just feeling a little bit stuck and lost? You're probably just bulldozing people into buying because that's what most closers are doing. They got given a guru script by somebody who doesn't know what to do. They got told that it's a script that's going to work, and they got told focus on objection handling because that's all that matters, right? Well, really, there's a lot that happens before you get to objections that help make life a whole heap easier. And before I go any further, my name's Adnan, and if you haven't heard of me, you're going to hear about me, or you're probably going to hear about me very soon, and we're probably going to get very close and acquainted because I'm going to be the person who's going to help you get better results, learn sales better, and become more efficient without giving you some guru script or teach you some sleazy techniques. I'm going to teach you tactical processes that makes it really easy. And I've done over $27 million in sales over the past couple of years. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that because I can genuinely back up my results. So what you're going to do watch is a $36,000 close I did. And I closed this prospect on one call because I was able to help understand what was actually happening in his situation and what he needed rather than just shoving him down a script. This is someone who wasn't a laydown buyer, who wasn't coming into the call knowing that they're going to invest $36,000. It was someone who was genuinely scared and uncomfortable about what was going to happen. They were overwhelmed. They were stuck in self-doubt, and they felt like they were worthless because they didn't know what to do. They wanted to get off the call, but I helped them, and I helped them realize what was most important. I didn't do any tricks. I didn't do any pressuring. I did nothing but just serve him at the best of my ability. And so while you're going through this, I want you to pay attention to how I use silence to create space, how I ask impactful questions to get the real truth, how I tactfully interrupt, and how I make sure that they feel completely safe in the environment using analogies, reframes, and processes that I've developed over the past couple of years to close over $27 million in sales. Let's dive in, pay attention, make sure you have your pen handy. Let's make this work. Talk to you soon.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We're good.
Awesome. And you must be like a night owl or something.
This is just kind of the way it worked out.
Whereabouts are you?
I'm in Washington State, United States. What's that?
Are you mountain time?
Pacific.
Oh, you're Pacific. Okay, so it's not too late. It's like 11 o'clock, isn't it?
Oh, it's 9:45 here, so.
This is 9:45 only.
It is. What time is it where you're at?
2:45
2:45.
on Tuesday.
Okay.
That's got it. I thought it was gonna...
So just going to break down a little bit of that quick little rapport, getting things developed, sort of feeling him out, seeing how serious he is, those type of things. All I want to figure out is how is he feeling. So that little bit of weather talk or like what's the time over there, I just do that to break a little bit of tension, make it human, because all these guys are now teaching you, get straight into the call. Yeah, that's great, but show them that you're freaking human.
Be a lot later. Oh, that's all right.
Okay, no, it's not. That's good, yeah.
Yeah, not past bedtime?
No, we're getting there.
That's all right. You still got, do you need to Uber your coffee or still with me, brain-wise?
Oh, no, we're good, yeah.
Still need Uber your coffee? I'm calling him out straight away. Are you too tired to have a call with me? Because then I can go, great, I can see whether the excuses are going to come in. So I want to get him right at the beginning.
Good, I appreciate it. All right, that's all right. So I guess as far as, so you booked in about getting some help with starting an e-com business. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what was it that caught your attention to my company? Out of curiosity.
I guess just kind of looking around, it just seemed to have a good reputation, you know, like just good reviews, like on the internet is like a real plus these days, you know, and it seems like a really detailed process to me compared to a lot of others.
Yeah. Have you been looking for a little while or?
Okay, straight into tactical interrupt. Like now he's starting to, you hear him and right? So now I want to go, okay, let's start getting the tactical interrupts in. Okay, you've been looking for a little while, starting to cut through.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. It's been something I've thought about for a while, and I'm getting closer to getting out of the military, so now is kind of the time to start.
So are you leaving voluntarily, or are you being like?
Oh yeah, of course, voluntarily. Yeah, I'm just finishing my contract. Yeah.
Right, okay. Well, any tours or not yet?
No, no. Never didn't work out that way. I've been on the East Coast a little bit, West Coast a little bit. But yeah, never overseas.
Well, thank you for your service, though.
He said something and you sounded a little bit upset. So I want to really pay attention to that because the little spidey senses are tingling at the moment, going like, okay, something doesn't seem right, and I want to figure that out.
I guess as far as so it sounds like you've been researching for a little while. So you've seen a couple of companies. Well, like when you saw ours outside of reviews and those type of things, like was there anything else you saw that you liked the most or resonated with you the most?
It seemed like it seems like a very
I want to see how well researched he is. So I'm going to be pausing quite often, but I'm going to give you guys exact things I'm listening out for when I'm going through this.
I guess positive, transparent culture. From what I can tell, I like those things about it. And from what I can see, it's sort of more of a genuine like desire to like help people succeed kind of thing, as opposed to I mean, of course you guys are trying to make money, but it's not just that. From what I can see.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I love working with guys in the military too, because you like it's not just like you're also giving without expecting back. It's the same thing here. It's like it's giving someone like the ability to be able to like grow their business, and that's why I love guys like you, because obviously you're so regimented. You got some discipline behind you, probably just a little bit. So it's just being able to work with someone like you makes it so much more rewarding. Do you kind of know what you?
So what we're doing there, right, is I'm putting a little bit of a frame on him. So you're giving without expecting anything back. So little things like that, and you're a little bit disciplined, probably just a little bit. I'm starting to go. Let me put a couple of things to have him fit into line. So then he fits to identity I want him to be acting like on the call.
You're looking for like out of the business, or like are you looking for a bit of guidance with that?
I mean, I definitely will take any guidance I can get. To be honest with you.
So the reason I'm asking, are you looking for guidance or do you know what you're looking for? It's because if they say I'm looking for guidance, what that means is they're going to enter into I'm into buying mode. My brain is in buying mode now. They're going to say I'm looking for help. Banger.
I'm like obviously the very absolute beginning of the whole thing.
Yep.
And I mean, I kind of know what I would like to achieve, but as far as some details of like how getting there, things are getting a bit more complicated.
That's right. No, that makes sense. What was your role in the military? Like, what's your?
I'm an infantryman. Okay.
So you're probably familiar with commander's intent.
Yes, absolutely. So this process is
a little bit like that. Like you tell me the outcome, and then what we'll do is work towards it, and we'll figure out the how. So I need you to be the guy who knows exactly what the steps are and everything. I just need you to work with me on the outcome, and then from there I'll go through and tell you the steps that we can take there.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
Any issues with that?
Not at all. No.
Because this is where it becomes a little bit easier, right? Because it's the same as like if I don't know, can you fly a plane?
Absolutely not.
So I don't need you to try to be the pilot and know every single thing. I just need you to be willing to sit in the co-pilot seat and like sip your drink and the ride. And what we'll do is help you with the how to get there. So we don't have to stress out as much. How long has this been on?
Okay, so I did two things there. First things first, I did the commander's intent. The commander's intent is a military term. The reason I did that was because he's in the military, obviously, so it's going to make him feel comfortable. Like, I know what that means, so he's going to feel a little bit safer. So guards are going to go down. Second thing is, do you know how to fly a plane? Ask them that because everyone thinks that whenever they're coming into an offer or they're coming into a business or they're getting help, right? They're going to say they want to feel in control. I want to take away that urge to feel in control by going, have you ever flown a plane before? They go, no. And I go, great. Do you know how to fly a plane? They go, no. I'm like, great. But you put trust in the pilot to get you to where you want to go, correct? Yes. Okay, so we're really good pilots. We know where you need to go. You just need to tell us the destination. So that takes a lot of the pressure off because they go, oh, I don't need to know everything. And that makes them feel a heap more comfortable in what they're doing. And that means you're going to have a way easier time getting the deal done.
I guess on the radar for you.
I guess I would say probably the best. Like has been accepting that it's something I definitely want to do probably the past year or so.
Here's a little while. What's held you back from getting started with something?
I guess so partially being trying to figure out what I want to do as far as military goes.
It seems like you're almost in like two minds.
Okay, throwing something out there, seeing if he's going to take it. So, all right, sounds like you're in two minds because most people are in two minds. So it's a really easy throwaway statement, and they're probably either going to correct you or they're going to say what's on their mind.
I'm sure. I mean, in a way. I would say it's more so that like it kind of took a lot to get where I am in particular. So it's hard to leave without accomplishing necessarily, absolutely everything that I want to.
Hmm.
But
What do you
kind of come to terms with that. Honestly, it is a big thing that
Okay, so now this is what I call, like, if you think about it, when a shark is in the ocean, the shark smells blood and it starts to circle around and going, okay, where is this coming from? He has just released a little bit of blood that I'm trying to figure out what is he saying there that's causing him to say that. Like, I'm coming to terms with it. That doesn't sound right. You don't go to the military, you don't have that level of experience to go, oh yeah, I'm just going to come to terms with the fact that I didn't achieve my goal. He's in the military, he's driven by that, right? So I want to figure out what's actually happening here.
kind of put me into action, and trying to actually move forward in e-commerce.
What were you trying to accomplish for yourself?
I guess in the military there are I guess tiers to particular units, like as far as difficulty goes,
Hmm.
and even there are things to accomplish within those units, and I never deployed, like that was different for me. Like you make it, wherever you make it to, especially if an infantryman, a big step is deployment, but that's just not how it worked out, fortunately, for one reason or another. But
It sounded like that took a bit of a toll. Are you alright?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm not.
Okay, he said something. He said that was unfortunate and didn't work out that way. He really wanted it, so there's some disappointment there. I want to help him feel that disappointment, because the thing is, though, he's probably so used to band-aiding it that I don't want him to sit there and suffer, right? The worst thing you can do is let someone suffer in their pain, help them actually feel it. And the way he reacted to them when he laughed, that was a sudden reaction. It's like, haha, like he's trying to break the tension, right? He's trying to make himself feel more comfortable. So I want to help him feel more comfortable, but I need to acknowledge it, because that's the only way we're going to be able to get the best outcome for him.
I'm not trying to sound like overly dramatic here or anything. I feel good with where I am, to be honest with you. Like, I'm looking forward to, I guess, moving on and kind of building something new. So
It's really easy. Like, it's really easy to sit down and go, yeah, man, I'm fine, and like take a spoonful of concrete and like, well, I just move the, like, excuse my language, move the fuck on. But it's all like, it sucks. Like, speaking from experience, I know what it feels like to go from there. Like, 'cause, like, for example, when I did cadets,
Okay, so this is why I'm starting to become a bit more associative, share a bit about me to make him feel a bit more comfortable. And that's where I said, like, it's really easy to say, like, we'll just take a spoonful of concrete and move on, but it does have an impact, right? Like, it actually does. You're not like the Terminator, where you have no feeling.
Australia, right? So, and I was trying to go for Lance Corporal, and I remember I didn't get it. Like, this pretty shit feeling. And then eventually I got it. I didn't get Corporal though. I was like, this sucked, right? And it was one of those things where I was like, I was quite torn between it, and it was like the whole idea behind it though was like, it sucks when you set out for a goal and you don't hit it.
absolutely, yep.
But it has had an effect on me though, like personally.
Okay, so that's where I gave a bit about me. I gave and the reasoning why I'm saying that, and then this has had an effect, because like now it's like, come on, tell me the truth, really, what's happening.
I mean, sure, to some extent, it's absolutely had an effect, yeah. But it's not something that it's not something that's gonna hold me back. You know what I mean? There might be a few questions left unanswered, and but that's at the end of the day, I just don't see it. It's not that big of a deal, just a matter of accepting.
How many years have you been in the military?
Only a total of 6 years, going on 7.
So you're just gonna roll over and say 6 years isn't a question unanswered. When unanswered, jeez, okay, man, you're just walking away from it. But I guess I'm curious for you though, like, how do you kind of see econ fitting in for you? Like, what's the kind of?
I didn't want to sit in pain for too long, because I wanted to kind of move on, or he's going to get too tense. But I was like, interesting. You just want to move on after 6 years of wanting to achieve a goal and you didn't get it, and there's questions being left unanswered. Doesn't make sense.
The goal for that?
I'm sorry.
How do you kind of see econ fitting in for you? Like, what's like the outcome you're wanting from it?
I mean, I want it to be. I want it to be like my like the. I want it to be a secure future. I think econ is honestly, it's where I see.
One thing you realize here is he's thinking quite deeply, because he pauses. He stutters between things. I want it to be like, he keeps on saying that he's thinking deeply, and the thing is, though, he's probably not thinking clearly, or he needs help with bringing the thoughts into flow, because he's thinking so quickly. So that's where I want to slow down things down and make him feel comfortable.
See myself, my future, like putting my energy in, just my effort. Like, I want it to provide for me and a family probably in the future.
Are you on your own now, or do you have a partner? Sorry.
I'm on my own.
Okay. Is like partner and everything in the works, or?
Honestly, not right now. No. I would like to just get my business like on its feet and get that kind of to a point where I'm not saying comfortable with, but to a point where it's just successful, and then maybe start thinking about that other stuff.
I'm gonna ask, brother. You sound like a super switched on guy. I'm trying to figure out like what's the reason you're not a business owner now?
Okay, now I'm just want to get to the point. I'm just like, can you tell me? Let's get to the point. Like, you sound super switched on. I'm gonna give him a little compliment. Now I'm gonna just where are you at? Like, what's going on here? Because I'm still trying to figure out. I understand the problem. I understand what's going on, but I'm just gonna go like we'll just cut to the chase a little bit quicker.
I mean, honestly, it's we'll be honest.
Okay, I hope you're being honest. So when someone says just being honest, I go, I hope you're being honest, which insinuates that I'm being honest with you, so I hope you're being honest with me.
I'm sorry. I hope you're being honest. Oh, of course, yeah. I probably should say that. You're right. You're right. It does make things sound deceptive.
See? So now he's going, oh, well, like, I need to be telling the truth because obviously this guy is calling me out on it. So tell me the truth, brother, so I can help you get to where you need to go.
All right.
No, but it's honestly it's a lack of. I said again, it's a lack of just committing to this point. And like I said, the military, I wanted to. It's something that like I was committed to. And I think it's hard. It's the schedule, like just the way things are in the military. I mean, I'm sure there are better men than me that have done, built their businesses and done both, but especially.
You hear that? There are better men than me. I'm going to use that a little bit later. I don't want to say it immediately. Pay attention to that.
As an infantryman, it's I mean, it's a hard life. It's military in general. I'm sorry.
Like in what way? Like when you say it's hard, like in what way for you?
Inconsistency. Like here, I have weeks. I have weeks where I get into work at 3 a.m. Weeks where I'm getting done with work at 3 a.m. Weeks where it's all over the place. You're going out. You're out all night. Sleeping out in the field. Traveling, doing training events in different parts of the country. You know what I mean? It's very hectic, and and yeah, it kind of sucks. All your attention. Away from other things, and it keeps your mind occupied. I mean, as much as I mean, there's probably like a running joke that got a lot of guys in the infantry aren't that smart, or it's like anyone can be in the infantry. A lot of people might think that, but
I don't know many people who say that. Really?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's.
I'm going against what he said. The reason I'm going against what he said is I don't know many people who say that because he's saying that he's placed a label on himself, and I'm like, why have you placed that label on yourself? So I want to go, okay, what's actually again, what's happening? Why are you not valuing yourself? Because you should be.
I think there's a stigma about it to a certain extent. But it's I'm sure it's different, like in America versus other parts of the world. So,
yeah, maybe. I'm gonna ask a really pointed question. I hope you're being honest. Like, are you happy?
Oh no, absolutely not.
You're not happy. Yeah, I can feel that. Like,
okay, that's why again, cut to the chase question. Like, are you actually happy? And so I could feel it. Right, there's a little bit of the way he was talking about himself, a lot of worthless language that he was using. So I go, this is a brother in need. So I need to just cut to the chase and go, brother, are you actually happy? I want to help you. And so that's where I was like, okay, what's going on? Like, what's actually happening here?
Like, what are you unhappy about?
Just kind of where I am at this point. I think I let myself get caught up in. I don't know if I want to say. I let myself I would say, just get pulled into trying to satisfy myself in the wrong way. I would say, like not going for, probably what I should. Like I probably should have found a way to do this years ago. You know what I mean? To start a business years ago.
How old are you?
32.
Dude, you're still young.
Yeah, I mean.
You're very hard on yourself.
Possibly.
I mean,
you're very hard on yourself, right? Again, calling it out. You're very hard on yourself because you go probably, and you start to explain why because you'll be comfortable. Again, we're facing the fears. We're doing it head on. We're facing the devil now.
I think to a certain extent, but I guess.
Yeah, until you start beating yourself up for it.
Yeah.
I can feel it through the camera when you first started. Like you're incredibly self-critical.
Right.
Which is a good thing. That's a great sign for a good entrepreneur. Because like everything.
Okay, so he's going to go. So what I'm selling as well is a business opportunity to helping him start an e-com business. So I'm going, well, the traits that you have are great for an entrepreneur, but like you're incredibly self-critical. Why are you so hard on yourself? Again, because I don't want him beating himself up for this. Again, I want him to walk out at the end of the call being a more elevated version of himself. So if he's not that person, if he's not the best human possible out of the end of the call, then I haven't done my job.
Everything has to be right. But then I guess like the only thing I'm concerned about here is that pressure that you're putting on yourself, is that helping you though at the moment?
I mean, probably not.
Yep. Why not? So
now we're acknowledging, is the pressure you're putting onto yourself, is that having an impact on you? What's going on there?
That's a good question. Well, I guess there could be a lot of things. I mean, pressure to a certain point, or being self-critical to a certain point, can maybe give you different perspectives and make you think different ways. And to a certain point, it can also, I don't know. I mean, it can cause inaction to a certain point. I think.
Yeah. Because with where you're at right now, and I'm probably gonna give some context here because you're probably like, why the fuck is he asking such weird questions?
Okay, now this is where I'm starting to go. We're starting to get deep into questions, and I don't want him like if you're getting people snap back at you and they're like, "Why are you asking me all these questions?" Right? It's because you're not giving a proper justifier. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give him a justifier. This is why I'm asking the questions, so then he actually understands why I'm getting on the same side of the table as him, and again, brother to brother, I'm here to help you.
The reason I'm asking right is because have you ever heard of people who kind of go like life just doesn't seem to work for them, like life just like shit just doesn't work, right?
Sure.
I've helped a couple of guys in a very similar situation, but the reason I found that the linchpin would work for them was what happens is they go, the business doesn't work, the life doesn't work, those something. What really happens is they have what's going on here is affecting what's going on outside. And so if you're always sitting there beating yourself up, then it's great because everything has to be perfect all the time. But then it's like, what's that costing you on the outside? Because you said something interesting earlier, like, oh, I'm sure there's other guys who are better than me.
Okay, you see what I brought that in for earlier? But now I'm giving you a justifier. I've helped guys just like you because I have. And what that means is I'm in a safe place because this guy's helped guys just like me. And also the association, guys just like me have come to him. That means I'm in a safe place because people buy from people they like and they want to be like. And so then he is like all those guys. So it's like, wow, great. I'm comfortable now. And now I'm starting to go, okay, well, now all the things in your head, what is it doing to you? What's actually going on?
Out there who have done the business and everything at the same time. It's like, yeah, man, but that's them. Like, we're not here for them. We're here for you, right? So it's like,
this is again elevating him because they go, oh, there's men better than me. He said that earlier, and if you didn't do that, rewatch this whole thing because you probably need to watch it once or twice. Now I'm telling him, okay, we don't care about them. Who cares about them? We care for you. We care about you, brother. What's going on?
Like what's been going on for you personally that we can actually help you? Because then that's my responsibility as your pilot to go, great, and like, so you've had this problem for X amount of time, whatever. Let's work out a plan to get you there rather than you're just in there and like, I don't know, Chris Island by yourself and I'm freaking out.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It does.
You see what that does, right? He feels a little bit safer, right? That whole frame sets him up. So it's like, we're here to help. So what that also does is he can't get away with, he also now knows he can't say something and get away with it because I will pick it up and go, you said this earlier, you said this earlier, you said this earlier. What that means is now I'm entering into what's called the trusted advisor mode. The trusted advisor mode is where he's not going to go, I can release myself and feel a little bit more comfortable because I don't have to be on guard all the time.
So it's going to get deep. But the only reason it's going to get deep is because then I can go, great, I can put out a proper plan. But the other parts about it is like a doctor, I'm going to sit there and press some points and go, okay, well, does it hurt here or here? So then I can get you to where you want to go. Because there's points where you're going to sit there going, like, fuck, I hate this guy. But then when your business is up and running and things are working, then you go, love it.
Sure, right?
Let's do
Any
it.
issues with that?
Nothing. No.
Okay, now he feels safe. He's got, let's do it, right? We're in safety zone now. He's good.
Cool. So for you, because
And also, this is going to give me permission to start asking direct questions. Start pushing him a little bit further.
when are you planning to leave?
I mean, it's basically my contract ends in a year and a half. You know, if I don't obviously re-up or extend, then that's it.
Why make a change now rather than a year and a half from now?
I mean, for me, it's because I want to be able to get out and not have to rely on somebody else, or working some job that I hate, just to kind of pay the bills and get by.
So when you think about leaving, are you anxious or are you excited?
I mean, definitely a little bit of both. Okay.
Okay, I asked that question. That question is really, really important because are you anxious or are you excited? The reason I want to do that is they're going to tell you the real feeling. Are you anxious or excited? Like, I'm a bit of both. Okay, what that means is I'm gonna tag on to what are you anxious about so I can get the truth. Stop telling me what you're anxious about so I can pre-handle it now.
Probably. I mean, at this point, it would just be the unknown. I would say.
Infantrymen telling me about the unknown.
What's that?
Infantrymen telling me about the fear of the unknown.
That's funny. Yeah.
Okay, so bringing in someone in the military, an infantryman telling me that they're scared of the unknown. Really? You can use that for so many different things. Like someone who is scared of anything, someone in different industry, you can say they're scared of the unknown. So a dad are scared of the unknown. Were you scared of your firstborn child? Or did you just lean into it? Yeah, no, I was feeling a bit nervous, but I made it out alive. So many different things. Businessman, anything. You go, well, when you first got married, Were you scared of the unknown of what could happen? Yeah. And you made it out alive. You didn't lose a finger. Yeah. Great. So like, what do you got to be nervous about, right? Make them feel like it's normal and they've been through these things before, because then it normalizes it.
Sure.
Yep.
You know,
There
there
are
are
there are a lot of moving and finding a place to live. Obviously a big transition. Just out of the military. I would say I would say my anxieties are pretty, for the most part, low. I mean, I'm more so like I do have excitement about just making that change and that I can enjoy and appreciate.
See, a little bit of strategic silence, just letting him talk. Don't want to say anything.
So when you talk about like the like changing house, like changing location, those type of things, like do you have any fears of the business, like actually getting the business off the ground?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, at this point, obviously I don't have, all the knowledge, about, I honestly don't know, all that it takes to, I guess, be successful with that launch.
Well, you started though, right?
Right.
Okay, so we're expecting to be like a stud from day one? Or?
Oh, absolutely not.
So like, I guess that's why you come to us, right, for the knowledge. So
exactly.
I guess we solved that problem then.
Okay, so you're starting, right? So were you expecting to be a stud from day one? Like, absolutely not. So it's like, so what are you expecting? Right? Like, are you expect, again, this is where it takes back to that pilot. I don't need you to be the pilot. I need you to be the passenger. Helps them feel normal around it.
Because like you don't have the knowledge, but we do, so that's why we help you, right?
For sure.
So we solved that problem. What else has got you anxious about starting a business?
Oh, I mean, I think it's. I mean, I don't know that it's anything. I don't know if I want to say that it might not even be anything worth like dwelling on. I mean, it's just this general, similar to getting out of the military. It's just this general, feeling of starting something new, and it's gonna take a lot of time, a lot of effort, money, and it's not all gonna be easy. So, but I mean, these are all just things that are kind of givens.
Yeah. It's can I add a perspective? That's okay.
Sure.
Because I helped so one of my mentors, he was a brigader. I don't know whether you have that on your military, like a major general.
Okay.
But he was pretty high up in the ranks. But I remember I was talking to him, and he's done a couple things. He's like SWAT. He did a couple of different things, and then I asked him like what, because he's just like one of those guys. Like what's his name? That guy who does the running, can't hold me back.
So my mentor, like, interesting guy. He was like, he's done a couple of different things, and he basically was just outlining how, like, I don't know if he's done SWAT exactly. I don't know if it's called SWAT, but yeah, he's done a couple of different things, and a really good example here of just using real life examples to help piece into this.
Ex-military guy.
Oh, David Goggins.
Yeah, he's like kind of like a very very like Wish.com version of David Goggins. Still pretty badass, bro. It's like I asked him, I go, you're so fearful, of things, but then you don't seem like you're scared. And he goes, yeah, well, like the thing is though, you don't ever know what's gonna happen tomorrow. You don't ever know what's gonna happen. But the thing is though, the only thing you can control is what you can do now. And again, I'm not gonna go like Anthony Robbins on you right now because I'm not that guy. But the thing is, right, it's like for you, I'm sure there's been times that you sat down, you did not know what's gonna happen, but you faced it anyway, and you made it out. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, right?
Sure. Absolutely.
Can you think of a time that's happened?
Yeah. So now what I'm doing is I'm starting to acknowledge some of his fears, right? Of, okay, can you remember a time that you've had something fearful happen in the past, and you like taking him back to that, because what that's going to do is he's going to now go, okay, I have had some fears in the past and I've made it out alive. Like, things have happened. So this is getting him some clarity and conviction behind him. And this is elevating him as a human.
So there's a handful of times, yeah.
So, like for you, like I guess moving and stepping out and doing something new, I guess how can you take the learnings that you've had there and bring it forward when you actually start the business? You don't actually get scared to actually do the things that you know best for you.
I mean, the best thing to do, sort of, I guess why we're here is to have somebody that knows what to do. I think it's pretty much that simple.
100%. So with where you're at the moment, like let's say we came in with like going through support and coaching and those things with you, like are you wanting more of like someone to actually go, like, I know it's gonna sound weird, like hold my hand and like we'll go through this together, or do you just want like a point in the right direction? Go, Chris, head in that direction. If you have any questions, like ask. Like what are you kind of hoping for?
Honestly, I mean, I think I want more so like someone to be there. I guess kind of step by step, like.
You know,
I mean, I honestly would like to take as few chances as I have to.
if
Yeah, I've never met anyone that wants to take chances. But, yeah, okay. So the chances.
Okay, so I want to take as few chances as possible. Again, I'm just calling you out. Like, okay, that's fine, man. Like, I understand because I've never met anyone who wants to take lots of chances, right? Just calling it out because then it goes, okay, we'll cut the bullshit.
When you mean take few chances, what do you mean? Sorry?
Like risk. Well, I guess I mean risk aversion, like I would rather, like kind of like just what we were saying a second ago, that I would rather have somebody there. You know, you said point in the right direction. And to a certain extent, I get that, but I'd rather not have to worry about asking a question too late or like asking for help too late. Like I'd rather not worry about that. I would rather, like you said, the hand holding.
When you said like,
just kind of have somebody.
because you said asking for help too late, like, and you said that you wish you did this, or like possibly doing this earlier, like I'm seeing a kind of common trend that, like.
Okay, you see, taking stuff he said. I wish I did this earlier. He said that before, and now he's saying, not asking for help before it's too late. Now I'm like, okay, I'm seeing a common trend here. Let's piece this together.
You don't want to take risks, but it seems like you've been putting things off for a little while, for it. Is that a fair sort of analysis?
I get what you're saying. I mean, I think at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, like, I want somebody more involved in the process with me as opposed to hands off. Yeah, cool. That's kind of what it boils down to for me.
Are you okay with someone being hands-on when they are hands-on with you? Are you okay with that, like, level of accountability though?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it would be really beneficial for me personally to have that kind of thing.
Because the thing is, right, we have a really high success rate, and like you've seen it, because you're clearly, like, you've done all the research prior to the call. Like, you've seen the success.
Now what I'm doing is I'm calling out the fact he's done all the research. So then I'm pre-handling this objection of, like, I need to think about it or look at reviews and everything. I'm just calling out, you've done all the research, right? Because he said it earlier. Now I'm going to set a frame of we have a high success rate, because now what this does is it takes out all the tension again on whether these guys are legit or not.
Success stories, and you've seen what we've been able to achieve. And the reason why we're that successful though is because, don't get me wrong, I'm friendly-ish, but I'm not here to be a friend. Sure. So that comes at a level of, we will hold your feet to the fire, but that's like coming from a place of a lot of love and a lot of respect, so you can actually get to where you want to
go. Right.
So that's where it will come at a point of, if you're not doing the things, or you're feeling nervous, those type of things, you're gonna get a friendly tap on the shoulder and you can do it.
Sure. So
you can always just keep looking forward rather than having to look behind. And you know you've got people behind you who will support you 100%, but also it's just the factor that you're not alone anymore in it. But the only thing, and the reason why I see most people fail at business, is because they overthink through everything, right? Like, and again, that's why I love working with guys like you, because you're taught to.
Okay, so now what I'm doing is pre-handling and think about it. You overthink things, right? So when it gets to objection handling, I've already taken that out. Hold on, brother. You this is, again, overthinking. It's not going to serve you. So what are you doing?
Think quick. That is your job. Sure. Think quick, move quickly.
And bring it into, you're an infantryman. Your job is to move quickly. You're in the military. So now I'm bringing that back into real life as well.
Right, and that's where it's like, the only thing that's going to be different now is, rather than you being in it, you're going to be working on it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So, any questions around that?
I mean, what we've talked about so far, no.
Do you have any questions in particular though?
I just have some, but I was gonna just just see if they got answered in the course of our talking, you know.
Oh yeah, if you got some questions, feel free to ask.
Ask them at the end. What's that?
If you got some questions, feel free to ask. Like, happy to answer too. I don't want to sit here and just talk to you about how, like, what we can actually do for you. It's also like, obviously you probably have some things that are on your mind that you want to go through and make sure it's the right thing, just like we do. Was there anything that's pressing for you that you're curious?
I don't think so. No, I think we can do it. Yeah, I think we're good at the moment.
Do you know what products you want to do as well, or are you open to being guided?
I don't know. So, I mean, I'm definitely open to being guided. It's not as if I haven't thought about it, obviously. But it's also more of a thing that, the products would be, you know, I don't know if I want to say the word, but it's the thing that I'm certainly unsure about, like, and I'm very interested in kind of, I mean, I know there's probably, way that it's, you guys teach it that, how to, look for and find certain products that, it would be best to kind of go for as far as niches and stuff like that.
So you're okay being guided around that, though?
100%, yes.
Yeah. Is there anything you're like married to the idea of, or like anything you're like, yeah, like if you Like maybe wave a magic wand, you're like, I'd love to sell that. Like, is there anything like that for you?
I've been thinking about that, and to be honest with you, I haven't landed on anything yet. But maybe
You care about the product really? Or like as long as you're not selling like drugs and elephant tusks and those type of things, do you care?
no, yeah, nothing like that. Like I said, I don't know.
The insertion of a little bit of a joke, so then it does not. It cuts the tension.
There's nothing that really like sticks out for me at the moment. And I think part of that is just I kind of would like suggestions. I kind of felt like maybe if there were some like suggested like really good niches to go for, that maybe something in those like more specific suggestions, then I might be able to think of something that way.
Yeah. You can 100%. We can guide you around that. Because most people come to us with no idea, and so what we do is we actually go through like brainstorming with you on like products that you like, products that we feel like would work best, and we combine it. So this product is one of the hardest things. I see people waste thousands of hours trying to figure out what the best product is. And like, oh, I don't know, like I should sell water bottles.
Yeah, I can see that.
Again, I'm pre-handling a common objection that's on this offer. That is, people think too hard about product and they don't know. So I go, let's get rid of it.
I can see that for sure.
Yeah, is that one of the things that held you back?
Sure. Like, I mean, it can be a little debilitating. I would say it's like
Debilitating. That's a heavy word.
sure, maybe a little too heavy, but I mean, I think it's true, honestly.
Pulling it out, debilitating. That's a heavy word. Like, what's going on? Again, what's going on? I keep on saying that. What's going on? Because I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I want to keep figuring out what's going on in his head. I need to help him fix, and not fix, just bring to the surface or just analyze. That's going to help him get the best outcome at the end of the call.
Yep.
Because I mean, you want to commit to something, but if you don't have that guidance, it seems like you just get stuck in no man's land, like trying to like not wanting to commit because you don't want to like waste money testing this product out, and then I don't know.
Seems like you're very attached to money.
Attached to money? I might be.
Yeah, well, if you weren't attached to it, then you wouldn't be scared of investing it and like risking it. Like, are you?
Well, no,
I wouldn't say it's. I wouldn't say I'm afraid of investing money.
I've also increased the speed just a little bit so that we can get through this.
I would just rather. I just want as many boxes checked as I can.
I mean,
Of course. The certainty is one of the most important things. I get that 100%. The times you've been uncertain about something and you've gone through with it anyway, and it worked out.
Yeah, that's what it. Yeah.
What did you do differently that time? Like, how did you kind of process the steps to get past that?
I don't know. I think it was a matter of. I think it was a matter of committing to a point where. I mean, where I guess there wasn't really another option. It was just go as far as you can.
And you'll be able to see better.
Until you either complete the thing or you fail.
Yeah. How often you failed?
How often have I failed?
Yeah.
That's tough to say. I failed quite a bit.
Okay. Has the world ended?
Absolutely not. Not everything. I'm still here.
See, now I'm building this up crescendo of just like, when's the last time you did something and you threw everything against the wall and you just made it out alive, right? Okay, and then I've done it so many times. Okay, now has the world ended? No, absolutely not. Now we're going. Okay, well, what's the worst that would happen if you invest in yourself, back yourself 100%? What's the actual worst that will happen? Right. So this is where I'm building that case out again.
Still here. All arms and everything. You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where it's like because it's
Yeah, little joke, all arms, everything. Like I break the tension a little bit with a little bit of a joke.
two types of fear, right? There's rational fear and there's
Now I'm educating him.
anticipatory fear, right? So are you okay for breaking it down?
I'm all ears.
But the fear when you go through it, right? Rational fear is like, for example, me and you sitting down and like we're in the middle of like, I don't know, the desert getting shot at and the full bazooka coming at us and we're like, we should probably run, right? Like that's pretty rational. Like we should probably run. Except most guys like us, we sit there like, yeah, let's go and sit there and just hide behind a rock and shoot them, right? That's the fun part, right? It's rational though. Okay, then there's irrational fear, and then what's called anticipatory fear, which is basically me and you sitting here right now going, like, what if we go into the desert and then someone tried to shoot us? And then we sit there and we're like, maybe we shouldn't go. And then like we're sitting there like freaking out, right? Where are we at right now? Are we in like rational or anticipatory?
I mean, it's anticipatory.
Okay, so now I broke down the two levels of fears. I'm going to be breaking that down in a further training later on. However, those are the two levels of fears, rational and anticipatory. Rational fear is you and me being scared of something that is actually going to happen. Like, for example, me and you going into a jungle and there's a tiger about to chase us. Yeah, we should probably be running pretty quick, right? But then irrational, or what's called anticipation, of something that may or may not happen. So anticipatory fear is basically where we're anticipating something that may or may not happen. So this is where me and you sitting on a Zoom call going, we should go into the jungle. But then we both go, what happens if a tiger starts chasing us? And then we stay on the Zoom call, nothing ever happens, and we freak ourselves out, right? So now what I'm doing is calling it out and putting a label to it.
it's normal to be there because like it's like false events appearing real. Like what happens if it doesn't fit? What happens if it doesn't work? Like brother, what happens if it goes ridiculously fucking well?
There you go. Like, what happens then?
So bringing the energy up now.
I mean, what happens then? I mean, it was worth it. I mean, you mean you keep going forward. I mean, just like the other day, honestly.
Well, how much do you want to make?
Gonna make the number real.
I mean, I eventually want to scale to, I mean, I want to be a millionaire.
What like millionaire in the sense of like what is that like specifically? What does it actually look like millionaire for you?
What does it look like? You mean as in, what does that lifestyle look like? Or,
Yeah, well, like for example, how much do you want to be making per month?
I mean, I love that initial goal of 10,000 a month.
Yeah, but it's okay. That's only 120 grand a year. That ain't no millionaire lifestyle.
No,
So,
it's
like,
not.
what do you want?
I mean, I would love to scale. I would scale to 100 grand a month.
100K a month, 1.2 million a year. How long do you want to do that for?
I mean, I think it's kind of, I mean, it's always been like in the back of my head, I would say, to a certain extent. I mean,
Just the past what? 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years? What do you think?
sure. Probably the past, 5 years.
5 years. So 1.2. The only reason I pull this up is because like when we put a number to things and we actually look at it, then we know what happens, right? So we're having a $6 million conversation right now. Right? That's where it's like for you, like what would an extra like I know you're gonna sit there and go, yeah, well bullshit, man. Like let's say again, taking out the whole negative side about it, what it doesn't work. Like what if it actually did work? And for the past 6 years, 5 years, whatever you've been making 1.2 million a year, and you're an extra 6 million sitting there for you, like what would that open up for you that you like what doors would open up that you are currently closed for you?
I mean, it was certainly, I mean, rough with that. I mean,
Now we're starting to future pace, but he's future pacing himself. So he's taking him into the future he wants ideally, not the thing I'm trying to place on him. That's where most sales gurus try to go, oh, yeah, like try to future pace with them and plant labels and like put the Lamborghini in front of them, all that sort of stuff. Bullshit. Let them tell you what they want.
it would open up the door to freedom. I mean, if you have that much money, I mean, sure, you can waste it pretty fast if you really want to, but you can also just be set for life at that point.
Yeah, but what do you mean if? What do you mean if you had that much money? What if?
Again, calling it out. Said if you had that much money, right? I'm like, no, we're not walking out of this call with you going if. This is a certain. We need certainty out of him.
I mean, I guess that's just, I mean, that's a fair point. Sure.
Yeah, but it's not about me having the fair point, right? But like, again, it's not about me being right. It's about having the right perspective. Right? Because in order for you to get to where you want to go, we're gonna have to like talk to the version of Chris who's making 100K a month. Go like, well, man, what the fuck should I do? Rather than you sitting there right now going like, I don't know what to do because it doesn't help, right? I'm gonna be a little bit hard on you on this because you keep on saying you don't really know.
Now this is what I'm starting to challenge, right? This is what I said earlier. Remember, I'm friendly, but I'm not here to be your friend. So now I'm gonna challenge you, and I'm gonna be hard on you now because this is when you hold them to a standard and hold them to a high level of accountability.
I think you do. I just think you, and this might shoot you between the eye a little bit. So I'm really sorry for saying. I think you've lost so many times that you've lost confidence.
Again, this is me just calling it out, right? And again, feeling it with him because I could feel that. Lost so many times. He said there's things that went unanswered, right? He said that earlier. So now I'm going, okay, brother, like, let's have a proper chat around this.
Maybe. You're probably right, dude.
Right? I don't want to be right. I'm here to help you, brother, and I'm coming from a place of so much love and so much respect. But it's just like as a brother to a brother, like you can see it, and not in a bad way, but you can see it. Where it's like I think you doubt a lot of what you say. You think a lot.
I do, yeah. You can do a lot, yeah.
I can see your brain moving, which is really good. It's great, but also, how do you think we can get that confidence back for you?
Okay, now I'm entering on the same side of the table. How can we help you? How can we come from a place of service? How can we make you better? How can I help you get to where you want to go? Like rather than me just sitting there bulldozing him, like all these other guys teach you what to do. Like they teach you like bulldoze and like treat the prospect like shit. Really show them to love. These are humans.
I mean, the surefire way would be to build a successful e-commerce business.
I can do that. You came to the right place with that.
Yeah.
But the only thing I'm nervous about is like, are you going to get to the finish line and freak out?
Sorry, you said again.
Are you going to get to the finish line and then freak out?
I mean, what do you mean by that? Can you?
Are you going to get to the point where if I feel like this is appropriate and we can actually help you, are you going to get to the finish line and go, oh yeah, well, like I need to, I don't know, six weeks to think about it, dwell it over and mull it, or are you going to be like going, okay, well, 100K a month, 1,000 people a month, paying you $100 a month, like yeah, that's pretty doable. It's not that hard, and you're going, fuck yeah, let's actually do it rather than doing what you've been doing for the past 5 years, thinking on it.
Right. I mean, I think I can admit to it.
Yeah, I need that confidence from you, brother.
Because where I'm going, pre-framing again. At the end of this call, you're probably going to have to be dealt with a decision. I'm just trying to handle it now.
I believe in you a lot. Like based on like the thing is, though, I don't like cars, but like when I talk to you, I feel like I'm talking to a Ferrari running on 4 cylinders. And, like it's fucking there. I can feel it, which is like, where is he? Like I can see it, and that's the frustrating part. I feel like I need to shake you a little bit. It's like like I think like I can see it. That's the annoying part. Like I can see the guy who's actually making 100K a month. I can see it and I can feel it. And I've spoken to enough people to know this, right? And so it's like, what happens now? If you keep doing what you're doing now, overthinking keeps on happening. You stay in the same position, and you decide the contract comes in a year and a half from now, and then you have to go and get a shitty job doing manual labor or something, or do work for someone else. Like what actually happens then?
So now I'm taking him through the consequence.
Yeah. I don't want that, and I would go as far as to say I refuse to let that happen.
If you like, I can appreciate that, but like when you cross the street, you look left and right.
I do.
Why?
Because you never know.
Of course,
It's-
you
it's-
saying you saying that,
logical
brother. Of course, it's a logical thing to do. So this is you looking left and right because you saying I refuse to let that happen. Like you crossing the street saying only gonna look left but not right. Like what actually happens? Like because we got to slap a big fat label on this. When we know what we're working away from, then we actually know what we're working towards.
Okay, when someone says that I'm not gonna let that happen, I go, well, like when do you cross the street, do you look left and right? Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, because you saying I'm not gonna let that happen is like crossing the street and saying I'm only gonna look left, but no, I'm not gonna look right, right? Like I'm not gonna fail means that you're only looking one way now, which means that you don't know what's gonna happen on the other side. So it's like we got to slap a big fat label on it. We need to make them feel it and understand what actually happens, what's on the line here.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And again, you might be like, fuck, he is so annoying. And I might be challenging you a bit too hard. But the only reason I'm doing that is because I know you can become successful with this. I 100% believe in it. But the thing is, though, like that's where it's my responsibility here to help you. And I got to press buttons and go, hey, man, you're not showing up for your store. What's going to happen in a year from now? That's where it's like, where I need to come and go, okay, great. Well, I got to know what buttons I'm going to press to get you a little bit angry so you go, fuck, I don't make this work. Okay?
Sure. Yeah. Any issues with that though? I don't have any issues with that. I'm not unfamiliar with it.
I know that's why I'm doing it. Because the guys that I've seen who come to me in similar positions to you, they smash it. They just kill it, bro. Like they absolutely smash it. But the reason they do it is because you're used to pressure, and pressure is privilege, right? And you can either cower in pressure.
You're used to pressure, and pressure is privilege. That is a beautiful saying because that allows them to be like, well, now it's truth, right? I need to feel it because that is privilege.
Sure. Or you can sit there and go, well, look, this sucks, and it's an unfortunate circumstance, and I've got someone, an all-right-looking brown guy told me, I gotta either make a change or I gotta do something different, or I just stay where I'm at. But the thing is, though, I'll use an analogy quickly. If you saw a bear chasing a deer, who do you reckon's gonna run quicker?
Probably the deer.
Yeah, why?
I mean, the deer's trying to stay alive.
Yep. Because for the bear, you can always go and get more food. Like you can always sit there and you can always settle and go, when I leave and I discharge, I can always go and get a job that I help. I can always go and get a landscaping gig. I can always go and get another gig. But like, what happens if you do though, and you settle?
I mean, I honestly,
If you thought about it though, like you don't have to accept it. If you just thought about it.
I know for a fact if I were to let that happen, I would continue to be unhappy. I would continue to, just I guess live below my potential. That would be
And do you feel like you're your potential now?
right now. I mean, absolutely not.
Have you ever seen your life in dots?
What? Say that again.
You ever seen your life in dots?
No.
Can I share something?
Okay, now I'm just putting the bow on it and sealing it off.
Yeah. Because the reason I'm asking this is because, like, if you look at this life, I don't know. I have one on my computer, but I wasn't able to find it. But if you look at this here, let's have a look. Cool. What's your date of birth?
January.
This is really just putting the needle, like not the needle. This is really just putting things into perspective for him. Of like, now we're just gonna seal it up of like making sure we eradicate everything else in the end of this call that could stop him from moving forward and putting himself in the best possible situation for success.
4th, 1992.
992. Cool. This is where we're at, right? This is if you live to about 90, right? This is it. Right? And so each one of these dots represents a week in your life. And the same as me, right? We're about the same age. Every single Monday morning, I come into my office and I color one of these dots. The reason I color one of these dots is because I got to remember that this is all I've got left. This is it, right? And so every single Monday morning, I have to walk into my office. It's the same thing my mentor taught me. He goes, and he did really well. He went from sniper to like top end sniper to starting a business, getting to 30 million. Right? And I asked him, what did you do that became so successful? He goes, every single Monday morning, I have to realize how much I had left. Right? And so for me, every single time I go into the office, I color one of these dots and I have to reflect on the week I had before. I go, have I done everything possible to put me and my future family, my future self in the best possible situation of success, or have I just sat there and wasted it? Because at the end of the day, man, this is all we got. So for you, brother, again, I'm gonna ask this with so much care and so much love. How many more dots do you want to rub out, being scared, hoping for something to happen rather than you actually being the change?
I mean, not even one.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Time for a change?
Yeah.
Or you can hang up on me. It's fine. I won't get my feelings hurt.
Not like that.
Because this is where, based on what you told me, man, I know this will work for you, 100%. I know this will get you to where you want to go. And the frustrating part is that we didn't do it earlier.
That is.
Because, but it's okay. right? Because we know how many dots we have left. And I'll even send that to you if you'd like. So this is where what we're going to do now is we're going to put proper structure around you. The thing that I'm going to do here, because again, it's going to sound really weird, but the best thing about having a team is no matter what happens, if you fall down, your team comes around you, protects you, and makes sure that you're covered until you get back up. So this is the same thing we're going to do with you, is we're going to put the team around you, you're going to have a team around you, taking care of you. So not it's always you just having to take care of yourself. That can be very taxing. Right? It's really hard to do. So this is where you're going to have people behind you now who care about you just as much as you do and care about your success just as much as you do, so you can actually get ahead.
Sounds awesome.
What we're going to do here, break it down 3 steps. Okay. So first step is.
All right, so that was me dialing it up, really just putting it into place. I'm going to go through the pillars. I'm going to skip the pillars because we're going to do that in a separate training, but I'm just going to take you to the end of the call. You can see what the end looks like when he's actually processing the investment, when we're handling a couple of the concerns. And then from there, going into breaking it down and show you exactly how we did it. Alrighty, so the camera actually died and we ran out of battery. So here we are, we're back, and now we're on the other side, so it's charging. So now we're going to go through and break it down a little bit deeper. I've just finished the pitch. So now that we finished pitch, I'll go through pitching in a little bit of a later video because can't keep all the source out there in the wild. So the pitching, if you want to hear how we do proper pitching, you can also go to my training, the Remote Close Blueprint in the WOP. It's in the link below, so you can join in. And I go through stuff that doesn't get posted here. I go through high-level information. I go through how to get started in remote sales, psychology, body language, human behavior, everything. And I go really in-depth, and I teach you step by step. And I've got some absolute killers in there doing 200K a month, 300K a month closes, 400K a month, 500K a month closes. Got people in there absolutely killing it. So it's a safe place for you to be because you're not going to be just alone in some random community. We're all lively. We're all having fun. So join in. And if you don't, you're missing out. And it's completely free too. So we're going to finish this off. And let me show you how we end up helping him to the end.
I mean, I think it's just that I'm at a point where
You're not trying to be Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Do you see how that works?
I see it.
Yeah. Any questions around that?
No, I don't think so.
You feel like that work for you?
Do you feel like that would work for you?
Well,
I
I
do.
outlined.
I do feel like it would work for me, yeah. I hope, like from your perspective.
Okay, now I'm saying, do you feel like everything we went through, do you feel like this worked for you? Now I want to see why he thinks so from his perspective.
I mean, I think it's just that I'm at a point where I'm just ready to be committed to it. I mean, I feel positively about the process and just, I guess, the opportunity in general. I feel good about it. I mean, honestly, I don't really have any doubts about the process. You know, I just don't present it to me.
The only reason is that because I have zero doubt in you.
I just want to elevate him. So the reason I said that, the only reason you have zero doubts is because I have zero doubts in you. So I'm just reassuring him.
Well, again, the reason for that is because I have
No doubt in you. Like, I have a lot of belief in you. And I think you're actually a very smart guy. But it's like, again, it's like using a hammer to be a screwdriver. It's like, maybe you're not in the right place.
So I'm just elevating him because obviously he's not feeling that great. If you remember from having unanswered questions in the military. So that's what I'm doing is helping him feel like he's in a safe place.
I agree with that completely. I mean, it's just something that I feel like I just noticed about myself and just in this environment. I wouldn't say that I don't belong necessarily, but I also wouldn't say it feels right.
Yeah. If you find resistance in something, usually it might not be right.
You sense any resistance to this though? No. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, it's I haven't felt this sure about someone in a while. But I don't know why, but I feel like you just smashed it.
I genuinely believe it.
Again,
That's not false. That's not me just trying to make him feel special. That was genuine because I could see, because clearly he's a military guy. He clearly can do really well. He just needs someone to actually believe in him. And the thing is, we all know in the military, you get smashed down a lot because that's what they do. They're there to smash you down. And yes, it elevates you as a human. However, you're so regimented and you're so ground up by consistently just getting squashed that someone telling you I'm proud of you or I think you're amazing, it makes someone feel really special. And so this is why I want to help him, because then he can go, well, there's someone who actually believes in me. And I still believe in him to this day. We talk actually quite often and he's absolutely killing it. So it's the best part.
Like, cause the thing is, though, and I keep on saying, I'm so sorry. But working with a military guy means that you have discipline, which you show that you can commit to something even despite it being hard. And you can stare down the barrel and go, cool, this is really difficult, but I'm still going to show up. I'm going to focus. You've done it.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't win. You did it. The hardest thing about business is showing up.
Right.
Most guys go to the gym on the 1st of January, but not the 2nd. It's like that. You want to know why people fail? That's the reason why people fail. Because they go, there's a bowl of chips in Netflix and there's a business. They go, I'm going to bowl of chips in Netflix. I don't think you're into the bowl of chips. So
Where do you want to go?
Forward.
well, as far as this is where we're going to get to the conversation, which you might increase your heart rate and all those type of things, but okay, we're going to have the conversation. It's talk about investment on how to actually move forward. So spooky time. Not as scary as they're staring down the barrel, but it's pretty scary. I'm really joking. But
This is what I'm doing. I'm just bringing in a little bit of humor, so I'm softening the blow.
what I feel like is best for you is the mastermind, and I know that'll get you to where you want to go. I'm sure you looked at the pre-call handbook.
I did. Yep, I did.
What were you more leaning towards?
The mastermind is definitely what I was leaning towards.
That's where I know you'll get the best results too. Like most guys like you, coming to that proper support one-on-one coach, smash it. So I guess as far as how do you want to get started?
As in,
Like get the party started. Like how did you want me to set you up on like the same email for everything, or what's easier for you? Unless you have any questions.
Okay, now I'm just softening him up. So he knew what the mastermind was because we send it out prior to the call. So it's a little bit more of like a breakdown of what the program actually looks like. So they come in a bit more prepared. And then now we're starting to. Do you have any questions specifically? So it's just handling that now.
I guess specifically, yeah, I guess, what are we talking as far as the price for the mastermind and how does that work?
All right. Well, it's in the deck, but as far as it depends on what you want to do. So you go for a 9-month period or a 12-month period. The 12-month I feel like would be better because it'll tie you over until you're actually like discharged or when you choose to discharge or however you want to do it. So the first one is 9 months is 18,800, and the second one is 12 months, which is 24,800. So the 12 months actually ends up being cheaper for you.
So this is also USD pricing. So it's 36,000 AUD.
So that's their website gets built out, team will like launch and go through products with you. You get a one-on-one coaching, you get them there pointing you in the right direction and making sure your hands being held. Full support. Plus, you'll get the kick in the ass every single time you need, so then you can actually see the business moving quicker as well. So
Quick little stream roll reminding him the value.
you'll get that full support. Is that within the budget?
It is. It is. But I guess I just on some specifics like, if you can answer this, fine. If you can't, also fine. How many mastermind students do you guys have currently?
Active right now, I don't know, maybe like 40, 50 active ones that are like in the coaching training that you're in right now.
Okay. I guess.
Is there a reason you asked?
What's the reason I asked?
Is there a reason?
I guess it's.
I just want to figure out why is you asking the questions. I just want to understand where his head's at the moment.
I guess it's just sort of curiosity thing. And it was kind of, the next question is going to be like, I guess have you seen people fail in this program? The mastermind, and if you have, what do you think? What's the biggest reason that you've seen them fail?
I'm gonna answer this. I'm gonna answer this in a little bit of a roundabout way, just to add some perspective in there. People who I've seen fail have failed because they sabotage themselves. So I don't always look at the failures because you don't know what that person did or did not do to get the result. Like I've got some people who just were not built for business in the sense of they expected like they show up and they're like, I'm gonna press spacebar and bring cash. It's like it's not like that. And like we were pretty transparent as you saw on all of our marketing. If you're expecting that, then like I'm sorry, I'm not your champion. Like, you come into this, it's gonna be work. The work's gonna give you the right inputs equals the right outputs. So the only reason why someone doesn't do well this is going on here. They psych themselves out, or they just they have false expectations. Like, well, my Lambo is in my driveway in 2 days. Kind of bullshit.
Sure.
So the only person I've seen who has gone through this process and didn't do as well as we wanted to was an 82-year-old lady.
Okay.
But that's kind of self-explanatory why she didn't do as well. Is because she's an 82-year-old lady. Like she doesn't move as quick and get understanding. So she needed full tech training, and then she needed to launch product. Like, so we had to teach her that. So, but again, when I say didn't do as well, she didn't hit the 10K a month in 90 days. She hit like 7K a month in 90 days.
Okay, sure. Got it.
No.
Like, it's obviously not the target, but yeah. But I also encourage you not focusing too much on the people who've lost because success leaves clues, and so I'd much rather follow those breadcrumbs.
I agree. I just want to be also clear on the cost. I understand. I see the value. It's kind of a drop in the bucket as far as total cost of mastermind when you think about it.
I feel like you're trying to say something, like you're trying to break up with me or something. You can say it, it's fine.
No.
Detaching from it, right? I'm just like, okay, whatever, then. Just get it out. It's okay. So I'm just making it again. I'm just making it like a joke.
No, not at all. What I mean by that is like it's not all that much money considering how much you're gonna make if you do everything you need to do. But I'm just curious. I just want to get a clear picture of the cost of inventory and things like that. because I understand how much more am I going to need is what I'm asking. Like as far as like getting actual first inventory and getting the business off the ground after. You know what I mean?
You can have cash. How liquid are you?
I mean, I have.
Without knowing exactly what's in the bank, I don't want to know that. Like, are you comfortable, or are you like, is that like taking the life out of the fridge? If we invested that?
No, I mean, it's not to clean it out. I mean, I also have. I mean, I have a lot of credit as well. I have a shit ton of credit. Which I mean, better not to have to use it, but if I had to. But I mean, I just want to get an idea of like how much additional inventory. You know, and also you know things like product testing. Like you know, I mean, what are all these other expenses that are going to come up?
Yeah. So typically, what we recommend is additional to the investment of the product, and to like the coaching, the training, us building out the store. Most people recommend putting 5. If you're going to go really aggressive, which I don't always recommend, but 10. You put 5 to 10 aside for that. You can use credit. And to be honest, I actually encourage you using credit because it builds a good credit score, and then you can leverage that for the points and everything you get off it. That will get you product, everything, sampling, testing, all that's done. Covered.
So aggressive 10K.
Yeah. So like I've got guys who are going really aggressive, but they're coming in. They're like, for example, I don't want you at this level yet, but they're dropping like 100 grand on everything. But that's only because they're like, I need this to make money next week, kind of thing.
Sure. So
We don't think we're at that level, and quite frankly, I wouldn't feel comfortable you dropping that kind of cash. So it would be start small, and then start getting some wins, start getting sales under you, start to see the business actually working, get some wins on the board. Then from there you can start to, and then it doesn't sound like you're counting cereal out of the bowl in the mornings. So what we can do is just take the money that you're taking from the business and just keep feeding the machine, and then from there it'll start to have its own legs behind it.
yeah, absolutely.
Do you have any? It sounds like there's some hesitation around money.
I mean, I just want to be clear.
This sounds like there's some hesitation around the money. They either agree or not agree, which means that we can cut through.
That's mainly my hesitation is just wanting to know. Like I don't want anything massive popping up. Like but then there's this. You know, like things kind of adding on to each other. I just want to be clear on that.
Go buy me a dinner or two. I got expensive taste, so
Okay, sure.
I'm only joking. Yeah. Now if you have that 5, the 5 is good. If you can put aside that 10, like you don't need to use it. If you just had it there, you're sweet.
So same thing. Again, I like to put some jokes in there. It softens the blows. It makes it a little bit more humorous, and it shows that like the conversation's human.
Like you're covered.
Okay. Yeah.
So and plus, you got credit. Like quite frankly, just use the credit. Like you can buy yourself time. You can go through and do that, and like what you'll utilize in that credit, you'll find it way easier. Like if you think about it, would you go buy a house cash or would you use credit?
I mean, probably credit.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing. Like I didn't see Elon Musk had billions of dollars in the bank account when he bought Twitter, but he still used credit.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
I guess any other questions around that?
I was just making sure. I think that we covered everything. There's one more thing involving just the kind of store. So, is there like we talked a lot about brand building. Do you also do drop shipping? So is it like one or the other kind of thing, or
You can do both.
Yeah.
What are you trying to work out?
I'm just trying to. I'm just curious about like if there's a recommendation there, or if it's like personal preference, or
We'll help you with the right direction and doing the coaching on what to do.
Okay.
Like because when we pick product, the team will go, okay, well, like this product might be best for starting a dropshipping style, or it might be best to start from just buying a couple units and having it there ready to move. So we'll help you with what to do. Because it's hard. I wish I had a crystal ball to go like, yeah, we should do this. Like the coaches are way cooler than me. They know exactly what to do, whereas I'm kind of just like from the perspective of like the coaching team. There's guys in the team who are like next level compared to where I'm at ecom knowledge wise. So they'll be able to go, this is what you gotta do specifically.
sure. Yeah.
So but yeah, the questions you'll have, the team will go through and break down exactly what you need to do when. So they'll break all the steps down for you. So
Okay.
we know what the commanded intent is. We know week 1. So like I have it in the notes of the team. Initially it's 10K a month, but really it's getting you to the point where you're millionaire status. And again, it's not gonna happen tomorrow. It's gonna take some time. But let's get you to the point where you can get that $6 million back.
Oh yeah.
That's a reminder of what the money that was lost. So it's like reminding him, okay, you thinking about this, you not doing something has cost you $6 million, if you remember. And so I'm just bringing it back, and I'm future pacing him, helping him realize his true potential again.
Right. Well, as far as for the investment, how do you want to do that? Like, do you want to do a debit card or a credit card, or what's easier for you?
I honestly for this one I kind of want to do debit. I don't know if my bank is gonna allow.
Oh no, it's not the full amount now. It's just a down payment now for you because like I know like there's very few people I know who have that access to that limit on that card. So it's basically just down payment, and then from there we just once you got talked to your bank, then you just get them to open up the limit and then you sell it out. That's how it works.
Yeah. So
What have you got active? Do you know what your limit is on the card?
Okay, so we're gonna skip through a little bit.
Or
I mean I think it should be fine. As long as
so you can say.
yeah, I mean I can.
I was gonna say if you have a limit of 23, if we settle out the remaining that you have there, so then tomorrow it just goes great, then just settle out the 1,000. Would that be easier? If we just did that way, then
I repeat that. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, if it's easier for you, then if we settle out the balance on the card, like the 23, we just go 23 on the card, and then we just do the 1,000, like then we just do 1,000 the next day. Would that work for you, or would that kind of cause some issues with the bank?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
That's all right.
Is it weird to do just a different card for the second amount?
No, and so many people use like I have a guy who did 6 cards. So
I wish I knew. I would just do my debit card if it would. If I knew it wasn't gonna kick it back.
well, I don't know what this is. Would it,
We're just going through logistics on getting payment, just to prove to you I actually got the payment.
that's fine.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
But I don't know when that payment's gonna post. That was my hang up.
Okay. Let me think. What have you got available? Do you know? Like based on the 12 that's got taken up plus the balance, do you know what's going? And what you got left? Or
I could just transfer money from my personal checking to my business checking, and there shouldn't be a transaction limit in my.
I have on the card we just used,
Yeah. Then
because I know that would round out. You probably still have a little bit left, and then we just do the rest on another card. The major card that you want to put on, it makes it easy there, and then from there we just do the rest on another card. Does that work?
that's fine. That's fine. Yep.
So I'll do 5 on that card. 5 there, here, and then. So I'm just gonna do.
You have to develop.
So I'm gonna label them.
You have to develop some really good trust with your prospect in order for them to start talking to you openly about how many different cards they want to use. Because some people will just try to bolt as soon as they go, oh, the logistics, I'll do it tomorrow, right? You have to develop some trust, and you have to develop a sense of urgency that you need to do it now.
So you know what they are. So it's going to be second payment on the card ending in 2157. Correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Okay. And then, so you're going to get a second receipt with that. It can't put card declined. So that's probably your bank saying, well, this is a bit sus. Okay. And third investment, 7,400 processing. MX will send you a notification to your, so they'll send you a notification. And they go, like, I don't know which card to do. And I'm like, just pick a card. Like, please. So I appreciate you being easy with that. I had this one lady, and she was so funny. She's like one of those crystals ladies. She's like, before we make the payment, I need to like sage my card. I'm like, what does that mean? Any questions?
I think I'm pretty good at the moment.
Have you ever done a vision board before?
Now, for Durham, I gotta get login details for that.
You do after this is one. You do close the laptop.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna we got to the close. I'm gonna show you how we end the call, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Mom password right for the school account. Like I'm doing that now for Durham, I gotta get login details for that in the email.
So one school to prove that's your training. So they logins for everything. Yeah. So then school will let you into everything, and then you're also gonna get Slack made out for you. So Slack is where you get your messaging communication with the team.
Okay, great.
So any questions right now? Well, from here, the team's gonna work with you on the rest of the process as onboarding. I'm still gonna be around, so don't stress. I'm not the admin. I don't like admin, so I'm just gonna hand it over to the team. They can do the admin, and then I'll be around to make sure everything gets done properly. So as far as any other questions you have right now.
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna send out the worksheets. What I need you to do after this is one, I need you to close the laptop, take a breather, and then I need you to celebrate. I need you to get up. It's gonna be weird. Do a happy dance. Celebrate. Like you've done it. It's how years in the making. So celebrate. Then we're gonna get into work. Okay. So we're gonna ready to roll up your sleeves. Vision board. First identity audit first. Then from there, get the rest of it done.
Sounds good.
All right. Feeling good?
I'm feeling I'm feeling awesome.
This is the rest. This is welcome to the party. It's gonna be fun. Be challenging. It'll be fun.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Anything else we can help with tonight?
I think that's it.
All right. Do the dance. I'll send you an email, and then we'll talk to you very soon, brother.
All right, sounds good, man. All right.
Anytime. Chris, absolute pleasure. We'll talk to you soon. Yeah, brother. Appreciate it.
Now, my camera broke, so we're gonna have to go through the webcam. But let me be real with you. What you're seeing here, what you have just watched, most salespeople will never, ever even experience this level, let alone being able to actually teach it. Because high level isn't about closing. It isn't about talking about scripts. It isn't about talking more. It's about actual feeling. It's about making the prospect feel 100% comfortable and having a genuine conversation. It's the presence. It's the leadership. It's knowing how to meet someone in their truth and help them move forward anyway, despite the fears, despite the nerves, and cutting the noise out of the conversation and helping them move forward with absolute clarity and conviction. So if this gave you something real, if this made you rethink what does closing actually looks like, how you're actually having conversations, how you're asking your questions, how you're making impact, how you're actually able to help people at the end of the conversation, helping them get to where they want to go. So they're going to help you get to where you want to go. So you can actually have that big fat commission check. Hit like on the video, subscribe, because I'll share breakdowns every single week regularly on exactly how I close my deals, what I do, how I think, how I act, everything, and how I was able to get to $27 million in sales and growing. And I'm not just going to give you this recycled guru nonsense and give you all this bullshit. I'm going to give you clear information and clarity on what to actually do. So this is just sales from the front lines, someone who's actually in the game, people who teaches people actually in the game, not just someone who teaches from the sidelines, who's not in the game anymore. I'm in it every single day, and I actually teach it and breathe it. And the thing is, though, if you're serious about learning how to close without pressure, without gimmicks, without ever needing to convince someone else ever again, there's a free community linked in the description. And the thing is, though, we don't just talk about closing. We're building elite account executives and closers, and we're building elite savant level closers. And these are closers who lead. These are closers that earn, and these are closers who turn resistance into relief and fear into freedom. That's what's waiting inside for you. Click the link below. I'll see you in there, and like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Talk to you soon.